Jon Anderson says he has 8 songs for a brand new, possibly final Yes album. I'm John Bowden from Rock History Music. Is it like Al Pacino when he said in Godfather 3, just when I thought I was out, they sucked me back in? But when it comes to Yes, it seems it's not a question of how you fall down, it's how you get up. This is sort of a family, and forgiveness, in the long run, seems to be the rule. At least some members eventually come home in that band. We all like to talk about Jon Anderson being back in the band, but a lot of fans, well, we all thought this was done and dusted after Jon Anderson formed another version of Yes not that long ago. It seems that version with Trevor Rabin and Rick Wakeman is at least done for now. I mean, there was talk about them recording an album and some members didn't agree, and Jon Anderson, even in this interview, said he felt kind of constricted in that band and at least for now wanted to go solo. Well, Rolling Stone magazine just reported that Anderson's new album, 1,000 Hands, a project that's named very well because of all the musicians being on there, like Jethro, Tull, Ian Anderson, Journey keyboardist Jonathan Cain, Rick Derringer, and the Tower of Power horn section, violinist Jean-Luc Ponty, and Chick Corea. The album that we're talking about for Jon Anderson was recorded 19 years ago with Chris Squire and Alan White of Yes. They put this project together, but then, of course, the Yes reunion happened, and he kind of put it aside. And then Michael Franklin approached Anderson and said, hey, do you want to finish this project? So he recruited all the musicians along with Anderson that I just mentioned. Most notably, though, Steve Howe. Steve Howe's on this project. Everyone thought because it was 2 versions of Yes that Anderson and Howe were not talking. But this is what Anderson said. I just called him up and he said he'd love to play on it. Haven't sang with him in many, many years. It felt really comfortable and cathartic to do that. We're brothers. Sometimes you don't understand or misunderstand your brother and want to do different things. I think that is called a family. Before we get to the Yes reunion, I gotta say that, well, Jon Anderson has to go on tour to promote 1,000 Hands. He says 1/3 of the songs will be Yes songs. He says probably Owner of a Lonely Heart, Yours Is No Disgrace, Roundabout, and stuff like that. 1/3 will be songs from 1,000 Hands, and then the rest will probably be odds and ends. Maybe John Evangelis songs, who knows, but a lot of other solo stuff and collaborations that he's done in the past. As for that Yes reunion, he said, I'm very open to it. It's been 50 years now. You think something has to happen. To me, a great album has to be made. That's what I think. I don't know how it's going to be made, but the final Yes event should happen. I've talked to a couple of people about it, and they get it. I really want to do it. I've even written 8 songs for the record that I'm thinking would work with full orchestra and a choir. When Anderson was asked about Steve Howe and how he might feel about it, he says, I don't know. Maybe he'll read this article and say yes or no. I don't know. Steve, the ball is in your court. The band Yes was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. Jon Anderson was on stage with his old cohorts to perform and accept the award. This is kind of like Genesis we were talking just the other day. I mean, they're all up for it, in Genesis at least. And I would think there's a great possibility Steve Howe might want to do it. I mean, go out with a big bang. And we know all the fans want Jon Anderson to be in that version of Yes. And though it would be like herding cats, it would be nice to get all, that big version of Yes together again. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music.